Infosyte has been one of the top ICT services and training provider companies in Malaysia. Infosyte office is located at CompTIA Walk in Puchong. Our location is easily accessible and strategically located within a walking distance of LRT and bus stations. Our vision is to inspire excellence through our sworn commitment to quality, innovation, and efficiency. We ensure excellence and experience in our trainers to strive for our goal of providing only the highest quality of services to our students. We provide a wide variety of training programs which include technical training and soft skills training, both indoor and outdoor training. Our spacious, comfortable, and affordable training rooms are available for rental with high-speed internet. With our experiences in delivering ICT expertise to thousands of clients all over the world, Infosyte works with partners such as Huawei, Microsoft, Veeam, Linux Professional Institute, and CompTIA. We have many happy and satisfied customers and students all around the world, places like Canada, Poland, Australia, South Africa, Nigeria, Japan, Singapore, Norway, Hong Kong, Tunisia, Botswana, Kenya, Thailand, Indonesia, and many more. Infosyte, your trusted professional training experts.
Hi, very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our monthly live webinar session. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is good this morning. All right, so for today's session, I believe everyone has already known from our title, from our registration site as well. We are doing a talk about connecting and delivering tech talent with CompTIA. And we are very, very lucky to have Encik Hairil with us here this morning. So Encik Hairil will be conducting this webinar later on to let everyone know everything about what's CompTIA, what's the advantages, and so on as well. So before we begin our session as well, do allow me to do a quick introduction on Encik Hairil here for those who, of course, who might not know who Encik Hairil is. So Encik Hairil Izwan Isamuddin here is a country manager for CompTIA. He's covering countries such as Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore as well. All right. So for those who don't know about CompTIA as well, CompTIA is a worldwide tech association, leading provider for IT and cybersecurity industry as well, recognized by professional certification that validates workforce and student competencies in line to industry standards as well. So Encik Hairil has been in the industry for over 16 years. He has 16 years of progressive experience, who undertakes various scopes, leading roles in technologies as well, from project operation, education management, consultancy. Then he's holding more than 13 actually professional certification across multiple vendors as well. All right, he's a graduate from University Technology Petronas. So that's just some academic background from Encik Hairil's side. But I got to talk to Encik Hairil for the past few weeks as well, just to get to know each other. Found out some interesting facts as well, besides just from the computing side. He's also a huge football fan as well. All right. We found out we have a common interest. He is a Man United supporter, just like myself. All right. So having said that, I'm sure for those who watch football, you guys know we might be feeling a bit sad for the past 2 weeks due to Man United performance. Hopefully this weekend we'll be happy with a good performance that they can put on. Hopefully we get a good weekend this week as well. But they're playing against Liverpool, so we'll see how it goes. All right. He's also a weekly road cyclist as well. So for those who are interested, maybe you guys can see him somewhere around the road. If you see him around, just hit him up and let him know if you guys are interested in cycling. Go ahead as well. All right. So just a short introduction on who Encik Hairil is, and of course, just a little bit of background. All right. So without further ado, I'll allow Encik Hairil to take over the session. He'll let you guys know more about what is CompTIA, what are the certification, of course, and what are the advantages as well. All right. So over to you, Encik Hairil.
Hi, good morning all. Thanks, Luke, for connecting again. Thanks, Luke, for the introduction. I like the part with the MU. Keep losing for the first two games. So I think we hope we'll make a comeback by end of this weekend to do something, but we are going against Liverpool. Hi to all attending to the sessions. Looking forward to speak, looking forward to share about CompTIA, looking forward to share about the global trend in the IT. And I believe Infosyte as the authorized CompTIA partners will be ready to take you guys to the next level to understand how does it works in terms of the world of getting into your capability development, upskilling, reskilling with CompTIA certifications and with all other training as well. So I think without further ado, I think probably I'll try to share my screen, and then probably during my sharing, if there's some videos might not be working, then we just keep that and let's share into more information that I'll be taking to you for the next 30 minutes. So I think at this point, all is good to be looking at the screen. You able to see my screen, guys?
Yep, all is good.
Okay, fantastic. Again, I think just to reinvent, also to reintroduce myself. My name is Hairil Izwan Isamuddin. I'm the country manager of for CompTIA for looking into the purview of the countries within Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. So I think CompTIA are here. I believe some of you may heard about CompTIA, may just know about CompTIA as of today, but I think today is the day where we wanted to go through a little bit about the past and the present, little bit about what's happening in the global IT trend and how does it contribute for you in terms of going through your career, going through the overview in the IT world, cybersecurity or server or networking. So I think I believe some of you here are probably from the HR, probably from the IT background to understand how does it works towards the day and what I'm going to show later on. So I think let's start with something in terms of what is threatening, what is concerning right now. Speaking about the global cybercrime damage that caused us globally. So if I look into this data that I'm sharing here today, let's break that into a year. There was total 6 trillion USD cost of cybercrime damage that affected us globally in other parts of the world as well as coming up to Malaysia. So in an monthly basis, we can see that those can come into about $500 billion, which is 500 billion. So let's go down into on the daily basis, 16.4 billion. And last but not least, of course, every second, even during we were talking for this session, about 190,000 a second cost about the damage that come to our world for those IT folks. So again, in relation to that, what are the things that contributed to the cybercrime? Why is there a need for IT or even a cybersecurity specialist, cybersecurity talents in the world? So these are the things, if you look into the talent demand in this industry, why is it keep moving forward? So the world of now, the business, the trades are looking into the cyber attacks that happen daily, whereby you can see about 30,000, some of the facts I wanted to share today. About 30,000 websites have been hacked daily. There are many, more than 50% companies have been having at least one cyber attack. You can see that in the past, even during pandemic. You can see even during or before pandemic, you can see that Malaysia Airport Berhad. We also have some attacks in the Singapore, one of the top-notch countries in cybersecurity, Singtel, their health industry. Those are a lot of things that coming into our world, whereby every organizations, every talents, every individuals, every government organization are worried about cyber attacks. And these are things are coming into us. I believe of us using the email. Nowadays, no one do not have any email, be it a corporate email or even your personal emails. And average about 24,000, about 90% of malware is coming from through your email. So these are things that really worry the organization on how we can keep the company, the device or the hardware, the software, even who is the one that going to manage those talent. So I think stop about speaking about those threats or even the concerning of the world in terms of the cybercrime or cyber attack, but not everything will go negative, not everything will go south. So Speaking about this newspaper cut article that coming from some of the great source, we also looking into this announcement whereby there is one Asian nation which is will be one of the top cybersecurity leader, which is Malaysia. That are the good news I wanted to share with you, which is this is coming last year. So as per Bloomberg on somewhere in the July, whereby we have come into one of the top countries that really invest, that really coming into the looking into the cybersecurity activities. Government are really looking into this, and we are at par with Russia, UAE, which is top 10 of this, and we come into 8, whereby we will score almost close to 100 points, which is 98.06. So this is something that good to ponder upon. So I think kudos Malaysia boleh, which is something to be proud of. So looking into what are the things which is we speak about the cybercrime, we spoke about the spending, which is where we are in Malaysia in terms of cybersecurity activities. So the next step is to look into what are the government projection, what are the intention for some of the government agencies. For example, I think I took this snapshot, which is MDEX, which is prior to 2020, a projection which we require about 10,500 cybersecurity talent, that was in 2020, which is the projection was been done earlier before. But an overall of this talent, 10% of the overall job opportunities is coming for cybersecurity world. So spending itself back then was projected about 682 million. But what's coming next? What are the past and what are the presents? So looking into this area, which is also, again, they refine the projection. We are now looking for more. The government, the agencies are looking for more than 20,000 instead of 10,000. That has been increased to become 20,000 experts by 2025. So you can see that there are a lot of shortage. There are a lot of opportunity as well and demand for those cybersecurity expert, IT expert, and you can see what are the significance, the growth and demand in terms of the IT world as well as the IT talent. And again, if I were to relate in terms of the cybersecurity spending, we spoke about the damage, talk about the cost. So in terms of the spending itself, you can see all the Asian countries, including Malaysia, whereby the cybercrime cost in the global economy cost billions of dollars. So coming from 2015 up to 2025, every single countries in the Asian are putting up more money, are putting more spending, more budgeting to increase their cybersecurity defense as well as the penetration from other cybercrime attack. Yes, and we are getting more and more severe, and we can understand why is this happening. So what are the approaches that will help to reverse this trend? So people are not moving backward, we need to look forward. So the businesses totally cannot afford in terms of database. So we need more talents. We need more to create the demands and opportunity in terms of to complete the ecosystem, be it in IT, in server, in network, as well as moving towards the holistic thing in terms of cybersecurity. So again, what I've shared, the overview earlier, the facts, the data in terms of why is there the trends that supported this demand opportunity for us globally or even locally in Malaysia. So next, moving forward, let's talk about the cybersecurity or even the cost to us, the damage to us. Speaking about what CompTIA does, we have done a lot of survey and research looking into the tech growth, the tech spending, as well as the tech activities. The global information technology costs more than 5.2 trillion as of 2022. This is the report of 2020 and 2021 by CompTIA and IDC. We can see in terms of the percentage, the spending, the growth in the US, which is about 33%. But what's happening in the APEC? What's happening in the Asia? What's happening in Malaysia itself? So we are equivalent in terms of the spending, 33%, which is a lot of IT technology spending is also happening in this part of the world, Asia, in Malaysia as well. So you're comparing the global market against the US market. Those are a lot of the pillars in the IT alone. We not only speaking or talking about cybersecurity, we also talk about all other trade services, all other emerging tech, telecom services. This is all related to all the technologies and also devices. Again, how is it impacting all of these categories impacting us in this part of the world? looking into the relations, all the spendings also relate to the employment by those organizations. I've taken some of my previous slides, even sharing to the other webinars as well, which is we look into 2021. Just take as for example on the job street, three top tier of the jobs request, which is more into the technical support, information security, as well as the network management. These are the demand that available on the day itself during the pandemic 2021. So let's see what's happening in the next, is as of last week. This is data that I captured earlier. There are increase, there are demand in terms of the similar type of job, which is tech support, information security, as well as the management. If you look previously, it's about 4,000 jobs for technical support, about 700 jobs for security, about 1,500 jobs for network management, and those has been increased as of last week. So meaning to say there are a lot of demand, there are also a lot of opportunities for those that wanted to grow the career. And let's see how does it works for you, what's in it for me. So I think again, a little bit of overview. So in the past, by default, myself as a technical person, I started my career as a help desk support for HP. So I think along the way, leading some of the IT team in my past organizations. So in the past, when we talk about IT skills, we talk about backup, we talk about maintenance, we talk about antivirus software, and we know that, okay, any IT person, we know how to format a laptop or desktops. So these I think are common. So as a speaking about this IT world as well, in the past, we talk about IT is only known as the back office. Sorry to see sometimes we understand that, okay, IT is the one that works the machines. IT is the one that cost center to any organization, but that is not longer a case. So again, in the past, probably the understanding, the input from the IT person probably is just to listen and execute. Okay, ensure that our network is good, ensure that internet is fast, make sure this printer is working for everyone in the team. So that's how the world of IT in the past. But now that is not longer a case. Currently, the present, we can see that IT from the back room are coming into the boardroom. You can see a lot of role, even priority given to the IT people. Thanks for those attending today, which is we're looking to the role like CISO. That was not a role that was there for the past 15 years. CISO, CTO, I think, yeah, we have a CTO, CIO, but then now what I'm trying to portray here is the priority, the info that people needs from IT people to be more on digital. We have CIO, CDO, as well as from the government sides or even enterprise side. We do have the special advisor or even a special officer for the minister, for the certain department in the government to support, to understand how this going to transform. So recently, I think there's a lot of government activities, in fact, enterprise activities to put into the effort of digitalizations. Again, here we are to understand how you can grow and also connect with us, connect with Infosyte, connect with CompTIA to deliver the talent. So what are the next steps? Just to share you a little bit of the requirement, the needs. Why are employers looking for IT certification? Why are employers looking for the needs of you to get trained, to get upskill and reskill, and to get, of course, the end goal is to get certified. So I think some of the input coming from the CompTIA, we've done the research globally. One of the reasons for the employee connecting to the employers as well industry requirement, those the one with certifications that really help the employers to fill up the open position. Of course, imagine having a degree, having multiple competency. This certification is the one that really put up the requirements of the hiring process in now, in the past, now also current future. So I think in all, I think you look into the current process, even some of our client, Petronas, Telecoms, TM, and also TMB are looking into to put up this certification as part of the hiring process. And again, moving into the right directions, I would like to also sharing my own experience whereby I believe, and in fact, the industry believe, everyone is going for the training. Everyone is going for to take up a lot of informations, acquiring the knowledge, but then training alone is not enough. So what validates you, what the hiring manager, what are the HR believe is getting a certification is the one that validates your competency, your understanding, whether you are more into the theory or whether you are more into the practical career persons. So again, facts and data, again, we look into the 4 years ago, in 2018, basically we also put up a current ranking, put up the demand. This is the responses from certain countries. Look into the growth of the certification and training, even self-study, even CompTIA is there. We were second in 2018, showing that the demand for any validation for your training, which is certifications, is at the upwards and onwards trends. So looking into the recent report as well in 2021, we can see that more and more candidates are taking these patients, whereby to prepare them for the next career growth. Okay, I think speaking about all the information that I've shared earlier, let's go and zoom in about CompTIA. Okay, this is the time that I would like to share. Probably I will just skip the videos. I think there's some issue with the videos. So who is CompTIA? What are CompTIAs? CompTIA is the Global IT Trade Association, which is we churn out, we prepare, we also provide those professional certifications in order to ensure to create talents to help with the IT world, cybersecurity, which is in trend right now, and we prepare the workforce for not just what's now, so what's next. So this, I think, through the partnership, how we do it, we do have a lot of areas in terms of advisory, council, community setup. But the what would be the 80% or 90% of CompTIA focus will be the certification, because we are the only one that leads up in terms of the vendor neutral certifications. So we do this through the partnership, especially with our partners over here in Infosyte, and to advance the IT workforce through a lot of learning and also certification solutions. So again, to just share a little bit of CompTIA, we have partnered more than 3,500 partners around the world, be it academic, government, as well as the corporate partnership. And in annual, we are present in the more than 160 countries, and we do, based on the data in 2020, there is about 150,000 certifications has been issued by CompTIA to all the professionals. And to date, January 2022, we have more than 3 million certified professionals around the world. So why we have all the trust from this user or organization? This CompTIA are the worldwide #1, also leading provider of vendor neutral IT certification. So what does it mean by vendor neutral? So understanding Microsoft, Cisco, AWS, those are vendor specific. CompTIA making into to complement the world of IT services, hardware or software. We do not have our own software. We do not have our own hardware. But how does it work with us? We work out in terms of complementing collaboration with this IT tech giant, coming up with the programs such as server, network, operating system. These are the things that lies in terms of picking up your competency in the IT knowledge. So how is it different for CompTIA as a vendor neutral certification provider? So in terms of the CompTIA programs, all our programs, of course, are being developed by this IT expert. As I mentioned earlier, we do have experts from Intel, we do have experts from Dell, from AWS, Microsoft, that contributed become subject matter expert. Hence why it also aligned to the industry standard. So whenever you learn from CompTIA program, what are the things that I would like to highlight here is in terms of the content itself. Speaking about OS per se, we do understand that there are a lot of type of OS. When you speak about Microsoft Windows, talk about open source, we have Linux over there, and some of us, of course, are the user of the iPhone, iOS, as well as the Android user. So the other thing, when you learn with CompTIA, what do you see is to learn this multiple platform, to learn this multiple vendors. So hence why CompTIA being accepted worldwide. In terms of working with the competency, not into vendor specific. We are platform agnostic. So again, also we also been validated with the national, also a national global standard, which is by ISO and NC. And again, it's easy to understand. Whenever you learn with CompTIA, easy to understand and move between technologies, be it Huawei to Cisco, be it HP to IBM server, and be it from cloud AWS to the Microsoft Azure cloud. So these are the things, the difference between learning with the vendor specific as well as learning with the vendor neutral certification provider. Again, the mandate, the pillar, CompTIA working with a lot of government organization, corporate as academic as well. So these are the pillars, some of the our partners as well as our users around the world. This is more focused on the partners within Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. So coming into speaking about the collaboration earlier, we are not a competitor. CompTIA are a collaborator to a lot of the tech giant. We also have a current working relationship with Cisco. We also have working with Microsoft through their Microsoft Software and System Academy. This is part of it, which is recommending CompTIA Security Plus and Network Plus to prepare the engineers as a prerequisite. And we also work out with recently with Microsoft Data Center Academy, whereby to people to prepare and to prep those talent that using Microsoft technology, but CompTIA curriculums is being incorporated to prepare these talents. So recently, I think as in 2019 also, we also worked out with Google in terms of having their own dual credential program, Google IT support come together with CompTIA Plus. And last but not least, of course, we have been a working relationship with AWS to prepare their own staff, their own engineer before they go out and deploy the cloud solution, which is they are taking CompTIA Plus and CompTIA Network Plus as part of the competency-based program for the in-house or internal engineer going out to do the support for their clients. And recently, we also have a working relationship working together with PMI. So I think look into all of this collaboration. This is where CompTIA being accepted for the past 35 years in the market. And recently, we also have our own data analytics program called CompTIA Data Plus, and working with relationship with PMI itself, which is very popular with PMP certification. They are now working to how to project or even have mutual understanding or delivering CompTIA Data Plus, Project Plus, as well as CompTIA IT Fundamental Plus. And also, just to share something that really proud moment for us, we are being recommended by the Forbes strategy expert in terms of certain certification, whereby they also part of Microsoft or Cisco, they also recommending CompTIA programs as part of the skills that need to be taken by the IT folks out there. Okay, we do also have a feedback. So you can see if you are connected on LinkedIn, you can see on daily basis, people are putting in their achievement. I call it is a bragging right, which is achievement. And whenever they get to achieve something or certified on something, so CompTIA is also part of this. Whenever you are certified, you can put up your certifications or even your achievement through the online digital badge, I would call. This is one some of the feedbacks from the achiever from some of the program within Malaysia itself. Move on into that to understand what CompTIA has to offer. So let's zoom into the CompTIA certifications that are available out there. Let's focus into a few. We have a total of 13 or 14 certification of that, but to make sure you understand how or what CompTIA certification can be related, can be offered, can be taken by you, look into the job role itself. So for example, network technician, of course, they are related to have a network. We are recommending to get the CompTIA Network Plus, and what are the competency or critical technique you will be learning. Speaking about the project management, we do have Project Plus. Those are for junior project manager or assistant admin or coordinator taking to learn about project management or agile. So this is some of the understanding what CompTIA program has to offer. We are more focused in terms of 4 pillars. So CompTIA in total, we have 40 certifications. We do have a pillar. Let's talk about the core skills. That will be the number 1 pillar. We have infrastructure pathway. We do have the cybersecurity pathway, something that really in trend, really in need right now. And last but not least, we do have the professional skill, which is more towards individual or more towards for non-IT people, whereby we cater with CompTIA Project Plus. We do have cloud essentials that includes the learning of cloud, which is 30% about technical, and the rest of it is more into business in cloud. This is something that relation right now. This you have listened that the announcement by the government, by Google itself, which is they announced is a Google Cloud region. So we are working out with Google whereby to put up cloud essentials as part of the starting point in order for those end user level to understand cloud much better. Again, back into the core skill itself, this is the most common one, most in demand program by CompTIA for the end user out there. all in all, CompTIA program itself has been designed to cater for the corporates, for the tax people out there, for the IT professional out there, and also being designed for the academics. Hence why the program itself, the focus does not put any prerequisite, but recommending what are the IT skills, what are the skills that you need to kickstart with the program. So looking at the path itself, probably you looked at, oh, do I need to start with IT fundamental, moving into A+, moving to network and security plus? No, you don't have to do that. Look into your job role itself. Are you into security? So if you are into security, look into the starting part of CompTIA Security Plus, moving towards the CASP Plus, PNTest Plus, or CISA Plus. Or if you are more into generic IT person, the common one for anyone, for any person, is to start with A+, or if you into a team of the NOC, Network Operation Center, something to ponder upon will be the Network Plus. And last but not least, of course, in terms of infrastructure pathway, we do have servers support. We have someone that wanted to competency level up the competency into open source, which is Linux Plus, and of course to only support on cloud, we have a Cloud Plus. So those are the pathway, do not require prerequisite. Looking to what are the related job role, what are the certification that might be suitable for you. So I think let's speak a little bit about CompTIA A+. CompTIA A+ is one of the oldest certification in the world, whereby we do have the skills and competency. I personally myself, the history is I started my first education with CompTIA A+. CompTIA A+ will come into two type of examination, whereby there's too much thing, IT world is very wide. So what is being covered under CompTIA A+ is, I would say in generic term, is the end-to-end learning about IT world or computer systems. So putting it into a very niche area, we do have core 1 or core 2. Take it this way, which is you have exam 1 and exam 2 presented by CompTIA 220 1101, 220 1102. So this is probably this one. This is the old slides. I'll be sharing the latest one. But in summary, those are the things that you learn in A+, whereby we talk about hardware, software, technical support. We also include some learning about the servers, the mobile devices, and a little bit element in terms of IoT has been included into this area as well. We talk about network, some areas of the software, troubleshooting, scripting. These are the things that really put up a person probably in the 1st to 5th year of their IT career to be a holistic and IT support or IT professionals that understand end-to-end about the IT competencies. Moving into the next one, which is CompTIA Network Plus. So how do I put it, understanding about networking, to learn about network? So I think all in all, we understand that there's a lot of provider or networking device out there, which is we have Cisco, we have Huawei, Juniper, MicroTik, which is popular in Indonesia. Those are the things that also have their own learning path. They also have their own offering. But all in all, generically learning about network, from my understanding, you look into the topic itself or the pillar of network learning. This will include about the network operations, network security, network infrastructure, as well as the concept and architecture and network. And that will be a similar topic that available between all of these vendors, be it Cisco, Microsoft, Huawei, or even CompTIA. So learning CompTIA Network Plus from CompTIA will prepare you the competency, understanding how you deliver your jobs managing the SM network engineer. So as easy as that to understand, but this also will prepare you to understand multiple or different platform by taking Network Plus. I think I forgot to mention in terms of the durations, usually CompTIA program are being offered about 5 days or even in the way 40 hours a week. These are the things that before you start taking the examinations. Moving into Server Plus itself, I think the IT folks tak boleh lari lah. Everyone are always using the server to even now. I think we have cloud solution, but server is something that as all IT folk in the past and even now has got to go through with, which is we have many type of servers, HP, Intel, or Microsoft, Dell. Those are the provider in terms of the server software as well as the device or hardware. Server Plus will prepare you again. Since CompTIA is the delivery for the vendor into program, we focus about the competency, the knowledge acquiring, the understanding, of the architecture. Hence why in terms of Server Plus, we are including on how you troubleshoot the server. What are the steps taken? What are the storage in server type of RAID 1 or RAID 0? What are the software that are required? These are the things will lead into how do you do the server administration. Again, after speaking about all the three key components, which is A plus, Network Plus, as well as Server Plus, we would like to move into one of the currently most taken cybersecurity program in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, as well as globally. We do offer zoom in into the CompTIA cybersecurity program. This is how it works for CompTIA cybersecurity. We do have about 8 or 9 CompTIA program that contribute into learning of the cybersecurity, but our focus will be CompTIA Security Plus, Pentest Plus, CISA, as well as CASP Plus, focus on our security program. And again, speaking about CompTIA Security Plus itself, this is where the starting point for you as an security engineer, cybersecurity analyst, or even pen tester to kickstart your career in cybersecurity. So what are included in CompTIA Security Plus, where we do include about threat intelligence. This is a combination between the blue team and the red team, whereby a blue team is more towards defense, the red team is towards the attack. So understanding the cybersecurity framework itself, CompTIA Security Plus is the most sought after program by employers in terms of the, I would say, in general, to prepare you in the cybersecurity world. So we have IT, but we have also a pillar in terms of server, cloud cybersecurity, and this is one of the most sought after certification or training program by the world, which is taking CompTIA Security Plus. Again, I think just to support, to strengthen the understanding of why people do require CompTIA certification, just to share with you a little bit of snapshot, the hiring process, the hiring managers, what are they looking into in terms of the requirement to get you on board. So this is some of the companies, Orange, we have Deloitte that requires CompTIA Security Plus as part of the hiring requirement. We do also have Dell. This is some of the screenshot or database that I kept sharing to all the user out there. And we are not new. We have been there in terms of the requirement process for hiring, whereby they require CompTIA certification program as part of the added value on top of your degree, on top of your experience. Hence why I really stressed out, which is certification program. Any certification will be really helpful for you to get into your next career, or even to ensure you are competent to deliver your jobs at the current organizations. So I think just went through, even TM put up only CompTIA certification for their SOC team, SOC team. They put up CISA, Pentest, as CSP as one of the requirement to be part of their GSOC application security teams. We do have also from Plus that put up CompTIA, how much trust of this GLC, even enterprises put up with CompTIA, Indawater as well, Motorola as well, to put up Network and Security Plus as one of the requirements. And this is how probably people are not seeing where CompTIA is, but we are everywhere, and it's good for you to also explore, to understand how does this certification would help you in terms of career growth. Again, on top left, you also can see Maxis put up all the requirement to one of the security role in their organizations. Another interesting sharing, which is Microsoft itself, our partner, also put up our certifications from CompTIA as part of the hiring requirement. I think we are coming to end, speaking about how all of this program being delivered. We do have our partners Infosyte to share more details about the learning solutions. But speaking about the official CompTIA content, we do have that to put up a complete or holistic learning or training that required by you or your organization. In terms of the learning solution itself, there will be a few areas that we separate or put up into a pillar, whereby in terms of training itself, we do have Cert Master Learn or even access to our ebook, a holistic approach towards the knowledge acquisition training. And then all CompTIA training will be supported with the labs, whereby you have a virtual or hands-on app to understand. For example, you are going to topic 2.2, topic 2.2a, we have a lab to support for you with the understanding what have you acquired in theoretically, and how does it really represent in terms of the hands-on activities to the labs. And on the third point here, whereby after have learned everything, we also prepare with you with the CompTIA Cert Master Practice, which is something that will prep you through an hands-on or assessment or questionnaire. Each of the topic will have about 15 to 20 questions to understand, to strengthen your knowledge before you proceed with the exams. So all in all, these are the things. You also include videos. Will be interesting from explanation from our experts from the UK and US, explaining certain key topics for you to get to go in depth. What, for example, like understanding VPN, how does it work in terms of subnetting. These are the things that includes in terms of CompTIA learning through the training with the partners. So I think all in all, just to wrap up in terms of the sharing today, I hope everyone, doesn't matter whether you're going with CompTIA or Huawei or VM, it's always good to have the holistic understanding, go on the continuous learning, and of course, get certified. This is something that's going to help you reinvest in yourself, and I believe training and education should go hand in hand. So basically, yeah, follow us to understand more on daily updates, and I'll pass the floor back to Luke. Thanks, guys. So any question? Yes, please open for that.
Thanks a lot, Encik Hairil, for the insightful session. Right now, we'll just open the floor for a few minutes just to see if anyone has any questions they would like to ask. Feel free to put it in the chat box or in the Q&A session as well. If anything you want to know more about CompTIA certifications and so on, feel free to ask. We can leave the floor now for a few minutes just to see if there's any questions from our participants as well.
So I think I'll just stop sharing my slide. Is that okay? Look.
Yeah, sure. I can take over the screen sharing for here. Thanks a lot, Encik Hairil. Yeah. So yeah, we just want to see if anyone has any questions they would like to ask. Anything else? Anyone wants to know more about CompTIA and so on? We're just going to open the floor right now to the participants just to see. All right. I think we have one question here, Encik Hairil. Let's see if you will be able to answer this. Recommendation for cloud engineer path. What would be the recommendation for a cloud engineer path?
All right, I think thanks for the question. Okay, I think how do we go about the session itself? If any technicalities, okay, I'll try to answer. But if I'm not able to answer, of course, we have our experts over there with Infosyte. In terms of recommendation for cloud engineer path, so what I see in terms of cloud engineer? Good question. Aligned to the current trend in Malaysia, you can see that quite an announcement by Google, by some of the government agency, whereby we are moving into the cloud. So moving into the cloud engineer path, we in terms of CompTIA programs, like I shared earlier, we do have a path for CompTIA A+, Network Plus, and Security Plus. That is a common requirement. But then for those that are becoming the cloud engineer, even we do have CompTIA Cloud Plus, which is covered in terms of the cloud security as well. They look into the cloud architecture, and in terms of the labs offered by CompTIA Cloud Plus, we do include, as I mentioned earlier, we have a collaboration with AWS, Microsoft, as well as Google, and that is what the platform that included under the labs. So that I would suggest CompTIA Cloud Plus will be something that focus into technicalities, but unless you only wanted to go into the user or even the non-technical level, I wouldn't say non-technical, I would say in terms of very mild level, you can also consider CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus. So CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus is the combination of business as well as technical, whereby you will talk about business in cloud, enterprise, where about 70%, and 30% will be more into the cloud understanding at the surface level. Unless you're going into the cloud hardware, understanding the architecture, understanding how do you implement the services, what are the risks, what are the governance in cloud, then the Cloud Plus will be the answer or even more suitable for the cloud engineers.
All right. Thanks a lot, Encik Hairil, for that. I think we have a second question here. I think this is more related to certification as well. I think you can see from the chat. From a question from Arin here. May I know if I am currently studying CompTIA Pen Test without taking Security Plus, is it okay? So is that necessary to take Security Plus and of course Pen Test together? So if they would like to advance their certification in CompTIA, what kind of course would you recommend if their career path is towards software engineering and cybersecurity?
Okay, good question. Thanks, Hairil. So Hairil, CompTIA program are being designed not to be a prerequisite each other, but recommended what are the starting point. For example, in CompTIA security, cybersecurity pass, we do have security pass as a starting point, moving into direction of the red teaming, which is pen test plus. That's what you've been asking, and moving into the direction of defense, which is cyber plus, which is more into the blue teaming. So, in order to your question earlier, is it when you are currently studying for pen test plus, is it recommended not to take security plus? Again, design in terms of the job role. If you are students, I would suggest you to prepare the baseline understanding of cybersecurity, taking security plus, or learn about the more competency in generic cybersecurity program. Doesn't matter if it's not CompTIA, but you need to have the basis of cybersecurity. And take note, speaking about CompTIA Pentest Plus one, they will also require the knowledge of Kali Linux, this kind of thing. So hence why having Pentest Plus, you need to have very solid knowledge before even going for the certification itself. So speaking about the recommending, if your career path is towards software engineering or cybersecurity, both are good for you because this is a combination of both attack and defense, which is CISA or Pentest Plus. So I hope I respond to your questions.
Thanks, Hairil. Yeah, I think that's clear.
In addition to that, I think it's a really good question. For any certification, doesn't matter which it Pen Test Plus or Security Plus, the preparations is really takes up the most of the time. So whether you taking Pen Test or CISA Plus, prep yourself with more practice, more understanding, and most important to have the hands-ons, which is the labs or even the PBQ, performance-based question, simulation, do a lot of things that will prepare you for any situation. Doesn't matter is it Pentest Plus or CISA Plus.
All right, thanks a lot, Hairil, for answering that question. I think we can have one last question here from the chat here. I think this is something quite interesting as well from Gary here. Will there be any overlapping between Cloud Plus and vendor certification like AWS, Azure, and like Google Cloud as well?
Fantastic question again from Gary. Is it Gary Chow? So I think, is there any overlapping between Cloud Plus and vendor certification AWS and Azure? Yes, as per mentioned earlier, what do we have under CompTIA programs? In fact, totally, our labs are totally presenting or showing the platform from AWS, from Azure, as well as Google GCP. So in terms of overlapping, these CompTIA programs are being designed to complete your understandings of the clouds areas. For example, if you're talking about cloud, and understanding of this area, there's no overlapping, whereby it will help you to prepare, will help you to understand more, to prepare on the vendor specific or vendor programs. For example, in cloud, in AWS, they have their own architecture, as well as Azure, Microsoft Azure, they have their own architecture. So having CompTIA Cloud Plus will help you to complement any gap, to complement any areas. In fact, CompTIA Cloud Plus is being offered by a lot of the GLC because you look into current market share right now. AWS is number one, whereby they have more than 70% market share. And then we also have Microsoft Azure. Sorry, I don't record the number, but Microsoft will come second. And last but not least, that now expanding or growing will be the Google Cloud Google Cloud platform. So these are the things that any players out there will try to will have their end user. So having Cloud Plus will not be the overlapping because they will prepare you to on multiple vendor or multiple platform understanding in the cloud solutions. That will be my answer.
All right, thanks a lot, Hairil. Yeah, I can add on to that as well. I can testify because I recently took my Cloud Plus certification. So yes, it's very gender neutral. It's basically you're going to learn about, it's basically setting a baseline for you where you understand how cloud architecture will work. Doesn't matter whether it's from any vendor itself, AWS, Azure, or even Google Cloud as well. So it's really very, very useful. Yes, it can really fill up the gap for understanding on how cloud computing would work as well without a specific without a specific vendor being in there. Because every vendor will have their own specific architecture design, just naming wise and so on. That's where we'll be learning whereby CompTIA you have the basic understanding, just like a baseline environment, just to understand how cloud architecture would work. All right. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can just take one last question. I see there's just one last question here from Mr. Tang here, because we do have to move on. I do have something for everyone, so do stay with us here. We have something very, very exciting for everyone, which I will share very shortly. I think there's one last question here. Could we start from advanced level course like server class, for example, before taking the foundation level?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my advice, recommendation, because certifications are being provided everywhere and by any principals out there, subject to what are the job role, subject to what are the current career or even organization requirement they are doing right now. For example, if you start asking about can you start with advanced level? Yes, but look into the purpose, look into the objective. Why are you taking Server Plus? Because Server Plus might be focused on those working on the server scenario or server mainframe environment, and that's why it will be related or suitable for that kind of career. And provided they are also having this competency, this knowledge, been having the experience managing multiple servers. So that will be something that really comprehensive and also recommended to take. So in some cases, I can see that certain, for example, I take it for academic institution, a lot of degree or diploma out there that focus on IT, but in terms of doing the measuring will be on Server Plus, on server. So these are the things, some cases where you may want to consider taking Server Plus, which is going to be related. You have that competency, you have that preparation, moving to that area. But my suggestion, if you are new, you want to focus on server per se, might as well to have a little bit of or even to prep yourself with all other IT pillars as well. For example, network and security as well as A+. This will be a much better path before moving to the Server Plus.
All right, thanks a lot, Anjay Hairil. Yeah, hopefully that answered the question. Yeah, our colleague will write down the response shortly in the chat as well, so you get a detailed understanding. All right, if you are interested to learn about CompTIA, do drop us an email. All right, drop us an email at sales@infosyte.com. Just let us know that you are interested in picking up a CompTIA course. You attended this live webinar on 18th of August right here. Just drop an email, let us know, and we'll respond to you how we can assist you in, of course, getting a course for yourself as well, whether it's e-learning or whether it's attending a physical class as well. All right, so do drop us an email. Let us know if you are interested for those submasters and so on. All right, so that's before we end as well. We are towards the end, AD. Before we end as well, just do drop by on our Facebook just to let you guys know. We do have our company website as well, infosyte.com. You can check it out, where you can find out what are the certification provided from Infosyte as well. So CompTIA is one of them. We do have other certifications as well. You can check out our website or at www.infosyte.com, or you can just check out our Facebook page as well, where we do post quite a lot of details on like our upcoming sessions and so on, what are the training that we provide as well. Do check out our Facebook page. Actually, this session right now is also live streamed to our Facebook page as well. So yeah, hi to our audience from Facebook as well, whoever are watching there. Okay, then yeah, just search for Infosyte Malaysia at Facebook, and you can even find out our YouTube channel as well, where we do have free sessions as well, where we talk about some of our certifications or some of the technologies as well. We do share it on our YouTube page as well. All right. Okay. So before I end, just a very, very good news for everyone as well. For those, like I mentioned, I see some of you have been attending our webinar session throughout the month as well. We do this every month. So we already have our topic ready for next month, just for your information. Next month, we're going to be talking about, yes, today we talk about CompTIA and so on. Next month, we're going to talk about cybersecurity environment as well. Okay, so yes, our title here is do these items if you want to kena hack. All right. So what happens in terms of security environment? So we're going to be talking more regarding CompTIA Security Plus as well. All right. With CompTIA Security Plus, you won't get hacked. Okay. So this will be happening on 14th of September. It'll be a Wednesday. The time wise, we moved it towards the afternoon session. Will be 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. We have our speaker here, Mr. Tony, who's been typing in the chat as well. He's a security expert working with, of course, Infosyte as well. He's the assistant training manager. He's of course has quite a few certifications as well in CompTIA Security Plus. He's a Huawei security expert. He has HCIE Datacom environment as well. Okay, so kindly do head over to this link right here, tiny.cc/livetalk2022. I can show everyone how that will look like. All right, if you type it in the link right here, tiny.cc/livetalk2022, it will bring you to the registration page right here, this webinar registration page. You can straight away register, get ready for it, and we'll send you a reminder when the time is nearer. All right, this will be our next webinar for next month. All right, we'll be doing on the cybersecurity topic right here. Okay, so just head over to the link, tiny.cc/livetalk2022. All right, and it will bring you to the webinar page. Then you'll be able to register for it. Okay, so I hope everyone had a good time attending this session. And once again, thank you very much, Encik Hairil, for your time, for taking out your time here to share with us about CompTIA, who they are, what are their certification as well, and of course, what are the benefits. All right, so if you want to find out more, next month, we have our topic on Security Plus. You can find out more and see how CompTIA Security Plus, of course, can help you, prevent you from gonna hack. All right, okay, so that's it for our session here. All right, thank you so much, everyone. My colleagues have sent in a survey form in the chat as well. If you could kindly just help us to fill out the survey form so we will know if there's any improvement, how you guys feel about the webinar as well. We'll know how we can, of course, improve ourselves in the futures as well. All right, but for now, thank you so much, everyone, for your time and your participation. And once again, thank you very much, Encik Hairil, for your time as well. Take up your time for your sharing. So that will be it for our session for today. Hopefully, I see you everyone back here again next month for our cybersecurity session as well. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see everyone again next month. Cheers. Thanks a lot, Encik Hairil.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Team Infosyte.
Thanks, everyone. Yep. Have a nice day.
Infosyte has been one of the top ICT services and training provider companies in Malaysia. Infosyte office is located at CompTIA Walk in Puchong. Our location is easily accessible and strategically located within a walking distance of LRT and bus stations. Our vision is to inspire excellence through our sworn commitment to quality, innovation, and efficiency. We ensure excellence and experience in our trainers to strive for our goal of providing only the highest quality of services to our students. We provide a wide variety of training programs which include technical training and soft skills training, both indoor and outdoor training. Our spacious, comfortable, and affordable training rooms are available for rental with high-speed internet. With our experiences in delivering ICT expertise to thousands of clients all over the world. Infosyte works with partners such as Huawei, Microsoft, Veeam, Linux Professional Institute, and CompTIA. We have many happy and satisfied customers and students all around the world, places like Canada, Poland, Australia, South Africa, Nigeria, Japan, Singapore, Norway, Hong Kong, Tunisia, Botswana, Kenya, Thailand, Indonesia, and many more. Infosyte, your trusted professional training experts. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel.